Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe, click the bell, and click all to get all notifications. If you have any tech questions, please click the Discord link. Hello, today I'm going to show you another Davinci Resolve tutorial on how to edit and add text and do some transitions between scenes and some other stuff in Davinci Resolve. Okay, let's do a new project, and I'm going to just call this effects 1. Pull this over. I'm going to use this clip here of, I have this small clip of a DeLorean driving, and I'm going to come down here and click this edit, and then I'm going to drag this onto the timeline here, and then I want to click, we want to check one setting here. You want to go to Davinci Resolve, go to Preferences, and then go to Users, and then go to Editing. And you want to standard transition duration seconds here. I changed this from 1 second to 3 seconds. And I'll show you why I do that in a second here. So when you click this effects library here, you'll hit Toolbox here, and then hit Video Transitions. And then these are all transitions you can use. So you can see this already dissolves in, which is really cool. This is a blur one. I think that one's really cool too. So let's try to add this to the clip. Now you can see here, it added it right here. And now if you click this, the transition shows up here. And you can see the duration's 3 seconds. If this was 1 second, it's actually really hard to see. And I believe even the duration might default to like 0.8 for how long it is. So that's really not not ideal. So if you really want it short, I recommend changing the default setting, and then you can come here and just say, okay, I really want, 0.75, and it changed it to 8, and then it'll just do that into the transition. So that's what's cool. So you have access to all these effects over here. Okay. So the next thing I want to show is, let's add some text. So we're going to make a cut right here. So I hit Control B to use the blade tool, which is also right here. And on Mac, it's Command B. So you can see I made a cut there. And now we're going to come over to titles here. And you can see all these different text that you can use. Let's use this one, the jitter. So we pull that in there. Actually, I would even do add track and pull this up here, and then move this like that. So now you have a new, if it's going to be by itself, I would add a new track here. So now you can click this and you go, do welcome to the DeLorean. How about that? And you can change all these settings here, how big it is, the tracking. I mean, there's tons of settings here. And then to play that, so you press space, does that dissolve, then it comes in, welcome to the DeLorean, and then it goes straight into that. So that's a little long, so you just come up here. I want to click settings here. Yeah, I guess you just change this on the timeline here. I'm not really sure where the time is on here. I'm sure it is somewhere. But you can see here that, like, when I click this, it's not a transition, unlike this. When I click this, that brings up this transition tab. When I click this, it does not. So it's kind of annoying that these aren't exactly the same, but I get they have different properties too. But that's how you can add text to any of these. And these are all available basically. And I'm sure you can basically customize any one of these, and then like this one's pretty cool too. Like these are all really cool. And then you can change them over here to make them even more custom so they don't look stock anymore. Okay. The next thing I want to do is many times you have a video and you want to like do a call out or like shrink the video and put text under it. So let's do that. So we're going to do a cut here with Control B again, and I'm going to do a cut here with Control B. And we're going to select this little bit of video here and make sure your timeline is inside this video. See how it's snapping like crazy here? You can hit N to stop that, and it won't snap as much. But then if you want to turn it back on, just hit N again. And that's what this icon is here too, snapping. So I turned it off here. So you want to make sure it's here because you're going to be editing this. I actually recorded the last video and I was like, why isn't these things I'm changing over here working? And it's because this has to be on the video you're editing. So if I start changing these right now, it won't work. You want to make sure this is on top of this. Okay, so we're going to shrink this down a little bit. And basically, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. Actually, let's move it up. And then we're going to put some text underneath it. So let's see. What's some like simple text at the, yeah, like lower right. So this time we want this to be in line with the video. I'm still going to add another track and put this on here. But this time, let's see if I can actually put it onto this clip. It works, but so you can change all these settings here, make this bigger. Change this. So yeah, it's sending the that's not what I wanted to do. So this is pretty small. Let's make this even smaller and see if I can get this to work. There we go. You can just play with these and move them around, and eventually you'll know where. And you can save all these as presets too once you have them. So let's try to do. Just put that on the other timeline, and I'm going to hit N for snap. I'm going to try to snap this. There we go. So now I think that works, is that you have, that'll shrink, and there comes the title sample. You want to sync that a little bit more. There, it's synced. So we just do. So there you go. You can shrink the video and add text to call out, and then it'll go back. And if you want this shorter, you just pull this to that length, and now it'll be exactly that. And it'll go cut right back to the full screen. And there you go. So that's how you can do text callouts and change the font, and you can play around with all these. Once you have it selected, you can click this favorite here, and then it'll save it over here. So right there, I just middle, lower, third, I added that to favorites, and you can use these favorites over here. So I think if you click like on another one, yeah, can you just drag these? No, you can't. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can't just drag these over here. Cool. So yeah, those are how you can add favorites. The other thing I noticed too, that a button that really helps, is that this shrink button will change in and out of areas. So like if you have a bunch of timeline here, like tons of video here, and you need more room, that's another small tip I saw other people do on videos. So I'll kind of leave that here. And that has it over here too. So like if you're on the if you're on like this, and you go to inspector and you click this, it'll maximize this whole screen, and then you can zoom it back up. So this has so many, all these options. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, it's nice to have that feature to be able to scroll that whole thing quickly. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Talk to you soon.